Hi, love. I am excited because today you're in for an incredibly magical experience. We're going to dive deep into an energetic experience that you're going to love. I'm Brianna Borton and I help people awaken to their highest selves. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to get alerted when I post a new video every Monday. A big part of my work that I do with people in my Love Rising collective is group energy work. I've been doing energy work in some fashion since I was 20 years old, and this capacity for working with folks in groups at distance outside of time and space really has been the greatest gift and has made the most incredible impact. And I'm so excited to do it with you today. So a few things that I want to go over before we start that'll help you get the very most out of this experience. First, the more open you are, the more healing can happen. So see if you can allow yourself to really surrender and open. You have to be a willing participant in order for the energy work to actually work for you. So you may want to find yourself in a comfortable place where you can be undisturbed. You might even want to lie down so that you can really open up to this experience. The next thing is to try to see if you can let your mind go during this time. To not be thinking all the thoughts, to not be wondering how this works or trying to dissect it. There is definitely a time for analytical thinking, but this is not the time. You might even just let your mind know, hey, you'll have a chance to come back on board at the end of this and ask all the questions you want. But if you can suspend that analysis, it really does help you go deeper into the experience. And if you find yourself in a mental loop, if you're thinking about things and you can't stop, as soon as you notice it, be so gentle with yourself and just bring yourself back to the sound of my voice. You don't have to do anything else but that. You don't have to be doing anything right. You don't have to all of a sudden have a blank mind. Just as soon as you notice that you're off in some other thought process, just bring yourself right back to the sound of my voice. And lastly, you don't even have to hear the words I'm saying word for word. They don't have to make sense to you. Just see if you can stay tuned to my voice. So even if that is just the inflection or the melody of my voice, stay tuned to that. And if you can pick up on words and follow the experience, great. But either way, you're definitely going to get something out of it. So let's begin. I really encourage you to lie down here, but you're welcome to stay seated with a straight spine if that is more comfortable for you. So let's just close our eyes to start. And let's just take a few deep breaths together. Just imagine that you're opening up to this experience, opening up to energy work. And just imagine, if you will, either a rainbow from your heart to my heart, or maybe you feel like you're opening the door to let me in, some way to extend an invitation for energy work to happen for you. You must show that you're willing. And however that feels best for you to do will work best for you. Great. And as I enter into our energy field here, seeing this really beautiful color, magenta. And it just feels kind of like, you know, when you have your eyes closed and you're staring at the sun, there's that reddish color, like that, but a little pinker. And it just feels like this soft padding here in the energy system. And I'm just going to ask to go a little bit deeper, letting in a little bit more. And just seeing all of these tubes going in every direction, really like wound around each other, kind of like if you took all of the cords that you use in your whole house and you just put them all in a box and shook it so that they would all totally tangle together. I'm just seeing all these tubes, but they feel actually really important. They feel like they carry some impact in our lives for direction, for clarity, for allowing, allowing grace to flow through. And as I look at all of these tubes just all combined around, there's this great calling for this to get addressed. And then just I'm noticing that in order to address it, more space needs to be made. So if you can just work with me to just breathe into this space, opening up, allowing more space around all these tubes. You can do that with your breath, you can do that with your intention, but just creating more space here. Yeah, like if you were to expand a closet to be like a football field, we need that much more space. Yeah, opening it up. And I see that as we open it up, there are a few more tubes that we couldn't see when it was all condensed, but that's okay. But now now these tubes are kind of like floppy, a little bit more flopping. Like there's a little bit more space for them. And I'm just gonna start here, kind of detangling these tubes and just seeing what happens as we start to detangle them. And as we do, you might feel the urge to shift or move your body. If so, go ahead and do that, allowing your physical being to unwind as well. You might feel like you need to release some things. You might feel yawny or burpy or farty, letting it all just go. And as I start to organize these a little bit, they so kindly have become kind of color coded, so I can see what is happening here. And as I start to straighten them out, and it's getting a lot detangled here, but as I do, there's this one area, and it feels really, the color of it is this dark purple color, and it feels like it's like a dark but kind of dull purple, but it's actually meant to be a dark but vibrant purple. And as I start to just move along it to see what is happening here, just inviting us to bring our awareness into this, and just imagine like the tube is right in front of you, and I'm just going to make it really big. So there's kind of like a big dark purple tunnel in front of you. And in order to see what's going on in here, you're going to have to choose yourself to move in, to move through, to dive into this tunnel. And as you do, it's like a tunnel that's bringing you down, down. It's getting kind of rough. It's rough and definitely downward pointing as you continue to go through that purple tube. It's starting to get more and more rough until you come to the end of it. And when you start to arrive here into the end of this tube, it's like you've arrived into a space where there's some information here for you. And as you look around, just notice what's here. Are you outside or inside? Are there any other people here, or beings, animals, or plants? Any objects? And then look for something reflective, whether it's reflective water or a mirror or a piece of glass or metal that's reflective. You're just going to start to gaze into that. And you can see yourself reflected back, and just see. See what's there. See what you see when you see yourself reflected back. Do you look like you normally see yourself, or is there something different that's happening? There's this piece here that's been a little lost or abandoned, a little piece of yourself. Maybe you're dressed up in a costume, or maybe you're younger or older, or like I really see a lot of us like almost like as forest nymphs, or some sort of magical creature here. And just to see yourself there and notice when you see yourself there, what is this that feels like it's been lost here? And see if you can kind of coax it out of this reflection, bringing it more into full being in front of you, this aspect of yourself. Maybe it ends up being a full size, like your same size, or maybe it's a little bit smaller or bigger. That's all okay. And just being an observation here. Wow, this part of me. Just noticing if you have any judgment about it. Like it's bad, or it's good, or it's, better than or worse than some other aspect of self. And just allow all those judgments to go. And just be present. This piece of you that's been hidden here in this little corner. See if you can invite it to come all the way in, and just inviting it into your heart, and just feeling that aspect of yourself diving into your heart space, coming in, being welcomed, allowing it to have a seat at the table here. This seat of inner counsel, that this piece also has wisdom and is loved and can be here too. And once you feel like that piece of you has really found its way back into your heart, feel your heart and feel the wholeness that's there. Feel the energy. It's like when we retrieve a piece of ourselves, we come into more energy, we come into more wholeness. And in that way, there's more wisdom, more joy, more love available. And then just coming back to that purple cord, you can kind of see it out again. Just noticing the color. It's like vibrant again. It's alive and vibrant, and we've made a good dent in getting things arranged here so that these chords are less twisted and more spacious, so that things can really flow as they're meant to flow. Yeah. And just allowing your body to just move. allowing all of those pieces to kind of start flowing and moving. And just taking a moment to express our gratitude for universal wisdom for coming through and supporting us in this energetic work. And may the work that we do here have an impact on your highest unfolding in a positive way. And may it impact those around you, your family, your friends, your community, and have a ripple effect out into the world of more peace and more love for all beings everywhere. And so it is. And you can come back to open eyes. If you want to, you can sit back up again if you were lying down before. But of course, if you just want to bask in your experience while lying down, feel free to do that too. I really encourage you to be so gentle with yourself for the rest of the day, to just allow yourself to stay open, to stay really in the experience. It takes a while for energetic work to manifest in a tangible way. And so during that process where it's moving from energy realignment into what we see in our lives as tangible, if we can interfere as little as possible, that's the best. And so being gentle with yourself, trying not to expose yourself to the harsher elements of your life, whether that's relationships or work or the stresses of your life. If you can, just take a little while here to just bask in that. That is ideal. And I'm just going to take one more second just to kind of seal up your energy so that you are all back into your whole sovereign being, good boundaries. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that with me. I really look forward to hearing what your experience of this was. I know that for many of you, this might be the first time that you've received energetic healing in any way, much less like on the internet, on YouTube. But if this is something that did have an impact on you, I really encourage you to come in to my Love Rising Collective that I lead. It is an online community of spiritual growth and expansion, and it is amazing and awesome, and we do this kind of work all the time. And I would love, love, love to have you there. And if you liked this experience, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends, because we need more people feeling healed and feeling whole every single day. And also, if you are interested, please check out my other videos like this Cosmic Council download that you do not want to miss, and this video all about the first step in energy healing. I hope that you enjoy them both. I'm sending you so much love.